Okay, so I just got done watching Bad Batch, and it wasn't bad, but it didn't like blow me out of the water. Okay, this show, it was okay, I guess. It was on Clone Wars level. It really wasn't like a Disney Plus exclusive, something you pay for Disney Plus for. It was okay, I guess. But really, the only good episodes were the first episode and a few others. A few others, but there was too many filler episodes, too many episodes where you didn't really care. There wasn't that much world building. They should have showed a lot more with the Empire coming into play. But they didn't. They didn't expand on anything. This is how each episode would go. Oh, the clone squad would try to avoid some sort of mission, and then Omega would be like, oh, but you can't leave them. Oh, but you gotta do this. That's the right thing. And then rinse, repeat, and then, occasionally some bounty hunter will try to kidnap Omega and sell her. But besides that, it's all the same. All episodes in this were pretty much the same. The same remixed formula. Somebody has to be saved. Somebody has to be, extracted. And this is very alarming because this is only the first season. And they're already like regurgitating themselves with each episode. Okay, are you going to expand? Are you going to make any other kind of missions? Or is every single episode just going to be them, doing these side jobs for, I forgot the green lady's name. Is that going to be every episode? You want to have this clone squad and then just one villain that, I'm not good with the names, but that guy, that sniper guy, is that the only villain? This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. We need more. Like this was 12, I think it's like 12, 14 episodes, and they couldn't really jam pack the series with a whole bunch of stuff. This is stuff you're paying for. This is supposed to be like a huge Disney Plus package filled with the best of the best. But no. They need to put more stuff in the episodes and not bogged down by cable TV censors. So why are we getting kids shows? It's Star Wars, not Star Disney. It's not Star Musical. It's called Star Wars. And every time they set their guns to stun, I'm like, what is this? What is this? They're shooting at you with live rounds, but because we have to water down the protagonist so much, we can't show them killing stormtroopers. Why? We don't know. We don't know. Oh, because they're not droids anymore. We better watch what we show, because in the Clone Wars it was just you shoot droids, but now it's actual real people. So they're just watering it down. Why would they set it to stun? Every 10 seconds, setting it to stun, setting it to stun. I'm like, no, this is a war. Shoot to kill. And you're just setting it to stun. They'll just wake up again and go back to killing you. It's dumb. It's dumb. And I don't understand, like, there's too much plot armor. There's way too much plot armor. The sniper guy, I'm not sure. I'm not good with the names. I'm not good with any names at all. But that sniper guy, he'd always miss a shot whenever it was convenient to the plot. He'll hit a freaking ship's engine from 1,000 miles away, but miss a shot right in front of him. Like when he was going after that kid Jedi, he'd miss his shot. And he's only like 10 feet away, up in a tree. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. And Omega, she's kind of a Mary Sue. How does she hit a shot? First time ever holding a gun. First time ever shooting. She hits the frickin' rifle out of his hand from like 50 meters away. It's ridiculous. It's too much plot armor. And they need to add more flaws to these characters. You can write in a female character, and first of all, it makes no sense. It makes no sense making a clone, female. Why did they have to make the clone a female? Why couldn't it just be a boy clone? Why does it have to be a female clone? Like seriously, you can't take a male and clone it and it comes out a female. That makes absolutely no sense. And they're saying, at first I thought it was like an experimental clone, but they said in the plot that she's a pure clone or first generation or whatever exact clone, which makes no sense. No sense. You're not going to clone a male and it comes out a female. That makes absolutely no sense. It's a huge plot hole. Stop inserting, female characters where they're not supposed to be, where it just destroys all sense within the plot. Don't destroy the Star Wars lore and the Star Wars, universe because you just want to insert a female character. And really, we don't want to see another, kid character. We got that with Star Wars Rebels. They insert a kid character. Freaking The Mandalorian insert Baby Yoda. Can we just get a show with an adult? Just all adults? We don't need. And Star Wars Clone Wars, they inserted Ahsoka. We're tired of you inserting annoying kids into your show. It's ridiculous at this point. It's ridiculous. And with each and every iteration, they become more annoying. Seriously. They chose the most annoying accent for this character. Oh. Like, come on, man. And first of all, this is a freaking kid. Why do you have a kid in combat fighting alongside you? She would have died in the first episode, okay? Makes no sense. Makes absolutely zero sense. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. And it's cringe. It's cringe. How this, Mary Sue is just able to do all this stuff, fly, quick thinking. She's able to, like, the episode where she was playing that, space chess or whatever it's called, and she beat everybody at the bar. She was just space chess champion. Apparently she's like a tactician. Nobody has to teach her anything. She's just naturally this super genius. Nobody like what? Why even introduce a character that's young and can be taught, just to have her come in and just be naturally good at everything? The only scene I can remember where she actually did, need to be taught was with the bow scene. But then, in the very next scene, she's like a pro or expert. She doesn't struggle at all. Just have like a 3-second clip showing her struggle. And then after that, she's just, godlike. No flaws. Just a written in character. No sort of moral corruption. Just 100% morally good. Good at everything. And when she is in trouble, she's just so smart. She'll just think her way out of it. No problem. Or the people who she's fighting against is so incompetent, she can easily escape. Like when Cad Bane was fighting that bounty hunter. They were both fighting. I'm like, are you serious? Are you serious? She just literally walks away. It's insane. Insane. And sure, she's not as bad as Array, because that's like the Mary Sue of Mary Sue's. But yeah, this is Mary Sue. This is Mary Sue. We're sick of it. It makes no sense. 0 sense. It's being pushed down our throats. And you know what? I'm not buying. I'm not. I'm done with you just inserting female characters and annoying childlike characters into Star Wars. Every single series has this annoying Star Wars character, whether it be freaking Baby Yoda. Well, Baby Yoda, I don't really watch The Mandalorian, but the plots are pretty much exactly the same. The Mandalorian, that plot is pretty much the same as this plot. There's somebody in the galaxy looking for this supposedly important character. There's bounty hunters all over, and you have to protect that character. And it's a kid, so Baby Yoda, people all over the galaxy looking for him, bounty hunters, and this kid, bounty hunters looking for him. The plot is nearly, the same. Can we get something new, something refreshing? Anything? It's just a joke. It's just a joke. So much potential. So much potential. You have this elite squad of, clone troopers, and it's the end of the Republic, and the Empire is coming in. You know how many plots you could have made? Sure, there was some interesting episodes, but matter of fact, there were some good episodes. There's like 4 or 5 of the episodes in this series could be considered good, and then the rest can be considered either, meh or bad, just straight up bad. So I don't know. It seems like they can build on it because the Clone Wars series, it started off okay, but then it got very good. So who knows? But they need to start adding more, flaws to these kid characters. A kid, just no sort of dangerment at all. No sort of flaws. And you just put them in this, never to be taught anything. Like, show me anything she's been taught. Nothing. Just like with the chess scene where she just beats everybody at chess. Nobody taught her how to play. Nobody. And then she literally, comes out of nowhere. She comes out of that little room in the bar and just tells the lady, the green, alien lady, what moves to pick. What does it? She doesn't even know what the game is. She's never seen it before. They didn't have that at Camino. So how is she just automatically able to, predict what the best move is? And these people have been playing it for decades, and it just, I'm like, what? That's so stupid. That's so stupid. That's a terrible way to write a character. Just don't write your character being good at everything. And that's all Disney, shows and movies. That's all they do now. That's all they do. Every time. Every time. No sort of risk, no sort of reward in this franchise. You just write in whatever will get you the most sales, write in the most gimmicks. They inserted Scourge, and a lot of people are like fanboying out because Scourge was in it, but he had no sort of dialogue nothing. He was just a blank canvas to, tingle your member berries. But besides that, he had no other purpose. Just to be there, just because it's something you remember. And they just killed his canon. Because I'm pretty sure there's been some books pre-Disney that touched on Delta Squad and what they did after the Clone Wars. And it sure wasn't just hanging out in some base. You know how boring that is? To just have all these commandos just hanging out in this base, wasting their talent. Just chilling in a base in the middle of nowhere. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, this series had some really cool moments. The best episode by far was the first episode, but besides that, it just went downhill every episode. Like, I think after episode 4, it just got, from good to okay, and then just it would fluctuate from okay to bad. Just bad episodes. And they didn't really expand on the relationship between this new member of the squad, which was Omega, and how they, would interact. It just seemed like 2D interactions. They never really, talked to her seriously about anything besides the frickin' chip. They just brushed off the chip after the frickin' Riker almost killed her. They didn't like, it was like a 2-second scene where he just says, "I'm sorry," and just say, "Okay." The kid, he's not able to be fazed by anything. Obviously, if this guy tries to kill you, that would faze you, especially if you're a kid. But apparently this kid is so perfect, has no flaws. Like, come on. Doesn't feel fair at all. No sort of resentment after a guy tries to freaking kill you. And they write these characters in an unrealistic manner. And that's the reason why it's so hard to relate to. It's so hard to relate to. Nobody's going to be able to relate to Omega. Nobody. You can relate to Hunter, but the other, characters, they're pretty much cookie cutter. You can relate to Captain Rex. But who else are you going to be able to relate to in this series? Nobody. Everybody else is just a cardboard cookie cutter, cutout. Oh, we got the big dumb guy. We got the smart freaking nerd guy. And we got Hunter, who at least has some, he's not just 2D. He doesn't just have this giant 2D label to his character. He's supposed to be the leader, but really he's more than a leader. Okay, he really has no clear cut, caricature of him. Everybody else is just Omega, the child who was just morally correct and has to, shoehorn moral garbage down your throat every 10 seconds. No flaws, just good at everything. Everybody else, the Empire, just bad. Oh, we're so bad, we have to be bad all the time. Don't you see how bad we are? It's crazy. I don't know. It seems like they missed the mark. They missed the mark. They started off strongly. First episode, then just fell off. They wasted so many episodes just doing nothing, not expanding. Like when they had the spice people, or when they had to get the spice from the sewer or transportation, underground transportation, and the bugs were chasing after them. I'm like, you could have used this episode to literally do anything else besides this. Why this? Why would you waste an entire episode about finding spice? That's such a filler episode. It's not very exciting. And really, the spice people would have killed them if they were as scary as they say. Makes no sense. Makes absolutely no sense. And it dumbs it down to a scary degree. Scary degree. It's too childlike, and way too childlike. Even the music is very Disney-X. It's like upbeat music. Some scenes, in the next scenes, they'll literally copy and paste music from the original trilogy. It's too Disney. It's way too Disney. We need life or death situations. I never felt like the actors or the characters were in any real danger. Never. I'm like, okay, they're clearly going to survive this because the enemies apparently have the worst aim ever. And they always say, oh man, it's going to be so dangerous, and then literally walk out, scot-free every single time. It's boring, and it's way too predictable. It needs to really push the envelope when it comes to adding in characters and thinking you could just have them have no flaws and just be naturally good at everything and never have to work for anything. And these characters always being right all the time and always just being super geniuses. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the Mary Sue archetype because it's getting old. It's gotten annoying. You have to make your main characters, because Omega is the main character, so you have to make her work for something. You have to make her struggle. Actually make her struggle. Make her train. Show her training. Show her learning. Show her, combat training. They could have had some interesting scenes of her training how to shoot. But because they wanted to, in the first episode, just make her a sharpshooter. Shoot from 1,000 miles away. Pinpoint accuracy. Now there's nothing to do with her character. She's already learned everything. She already knows how to do everything. They are established. She can shoot. She can do this. She can fix. Yeah, she can fix anything. She could just look at anything and just tell what's wrong with it. Thinking like the first 3 episodes, she just said stuff and she was just right. She just say anything and it would just be right. They didn't even explain how she does that or how she knows this much. They never did.